I'll be answering an email from a viewer today. Basically, they have a master's degree in Security Plus, but they're unable to get any cybersecurity interviews. But before that, if you don't know me, my name is Josh. I specialize in helping people get jobs in IT and cybersecurity. I was previously a master job hopper, had a whole bunch of jobs, and I've kind of formulated a good framework for job hunting and just getting jobs as soon as possible. We also have a whole bunch of free practice question decks for A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, CISSP Plus, ITIL, CISSP, and we're making more, so definitely check out the link for those in the description. But basically, I think this email and then the answer tool will resonate with a lot of you because that's kind of a big problem in the cybersecurity industry. We're facing like this catch-22 problem where you need experience to get experience, and it's just like people don't generally know what to do. So I think it's going to help out a lot. So basically, I'll just read this and then I'll kind of give my response to it. So he says, I've been following on YouTube for a while now. I have a bachelor's in IT and a master's in computer science. I did an internship for technical support. I'm a graduate now that's trying to break into the cybersecurity industry. I have my Security Plus since last year. I don't have any cybersecurity experience or skills, but I've applied several times to security analyst level jobs, and I've never been called for interviews. I'm starting to get pissed. I had my master's in the USA, and I'm based there. Please advice. So the thing that stands out to me most about this is he says he doesn't have any skills or any kind of cybersecurity experience, which I talked about. That's like the catch-22 problem. And if you have like a master's in computer science, that's really, really good. But just taking that and applying to cybersecurity jobs, it's kind of similar to just if you've played World of Warcraft, it's like having a completely naked character and like getting an epic helmet, right? And you only have a helmet and you're trying to fight the boss. Like the helmet is good and it's good to have, but you need to care about more than that. So I'll kind of talk about how to address it. And there's kind of other stuff that you need to take into consideration as well. I kind of made this thing I like to call employability framework, where everything boils down to just simply getting an interview and passing an interview, and that's all you need to really care, or that's all you need to care in order to get a job, right? But he mentions he does have like a master's degree, which is really good, but we don't know what the rest of his like quote unquote stats or his areas look like. The resume, we have no idea if your resume is good or not, if you have a portfolio or any of the rest of the stuff that he didn't mention. So you need to like be aware of this stuff, but I'm assuming, right, it's because of like lack of experience and lack of any kind of conveyance of skills. So the main thing that I recommend that you to do is, first of all, you have to like convey passion in one way or another to hiring managers, like on your resume and in the interview. And if you don't convey passion, then it's kind of unlikely you'll get called for an interview, and it's kind of unlikely you'll get hired, like if you're not conveying passion in some way or another. Like conveying passion is kind of like, I wouldn't say it's synonymous, but it's kind of the same as distinguishing yourself from your peers. You have to distinguish yourself from your peers, especially in cybersecurity, and especially when like the economy is like uncertain, like it's not really great right now. So you have to really distinguish yourself from your peers. So in order to do this for you, what I would recommend, there's kind of like 3 things that you can do to put like experience on your resume. The first one, obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, but you really need to do some kind of cybersecurity project, like a really decent one, and put it on like some website or GitHub or something like this, so you can put the GitHub link on your resume so it's obvious what you've done, like people can go and look at it. And you should have like a projects section on your resume as well, like outlining what you did. It could be something like Active Directory Lab. I have that on my channel. I have a video where it talks about top 5 cybersecurity projects. I also have a course as well with an internship. This video is not to sell that, but it works and it's really good. Another way to kind of convey experience or put actual experience on your resume is that you're allowed to start your own company, right? You can whatever, like Josh's Cybersecurity, or make up some cool sounding cybersecurity name, and you can just publish content about it, like on LinkedIn. You can be a cybersecurity evangelist. You can publish blogs, and you can make your own projects and publish those and make content around it. And then you can put it on your resume, and then just make sure you can point to something tangible, being like, see, like this is what I did. Like you can go and see my work. You can do something like that, right? You just have to make sure to hit all the areas of the employability framework, and you have to make sure like your resume is really squared away. The fact that you're not getting interviews means like either something's wrong with your resume, like obviously it's lacking experience, but something else could be wrong with it as well. I'll put a link in the description for like a really good resume template that's ATS compliant, that will kind of give you an idea of how you should be formulating your resume. So just, be consistent in everything you do. Make sure you're hitting all your bases. Make your own experience if you don't have any. It's super, super important to do this. Just make sure you're submitting quality applications and make sure you're doing like a decent amount of them. Okay, I will say like the quality of your resume is really important because a really good resume could make the difference between only having to submit 50 applications to get your first job and submitting like, 800 applications and not getting a job at all. So it's really important. The stuff that should be on your resume is on your resume. I hope that's helpful. Don't forget to check out the practice questions. I'll put a link to that in the description. They're absolutely free, and we will see you in the next video.